Hello and welcome back to Thea the Awakening. As I said in the previous part, I think we're just kind of in a holding pattern at this point. Waiting for things to be done. Really, the main thing I should be doing is getting better equipment, and then using that better equipment to go around and accomplish things. But thinking about it, the strategy that I've been following hasn't actually been very streamlined or efficient here at all. That's an interesting thing to point out. I hope I didn't mislead anybody by pretending to be an expert in the first episode. No, one of the reasons that I did decide to play this series was that I didn't see a lot of good LPs of it, of people who knew what they were doing. But I only know what I'm doing for the very first parts of the game, and I'm now at a point where because it's just not a part of the game that I ever really play. But I'm making several realizations, so I'm glad on a personal level that I've done this. So the first thing I've noticed is that I went for the Moonstone, which actually I've never had before, because I've never gotten to any of the endgame resources before. But I'm now very much aware of just what that entails. My stone can be used for weapons. Can it be used for... Yeah, it can be used for axes. Wait, no, it can't be used in clubs? That surprises me. I mean, I could use clay. Can't use stone for clubs. That's maybe for the bigger ones. But yeah, so stone is limited to swords and axes. And then, like, so if I wanted to have better gear, which seems to be what I'm working towards, it's really all about metal and leather. Right? Like, no, here, metal, wood, I guess, as well, actually. Yeah, wood, bone, or medium, metal, leather. It's annoying that you can't click on stuff you've already researched. Yeah, bone and wood's an option. Here we have wood. Everything's going to have wood, metal, wood, metal, leather. And even jewelry. Metal, wood, bone. Right? 3 types of resources that I haven't invested in. And then also gems. Which I've really not invested in. I haven't even unlocked the basic amber. Just, you gather so much amber throughout the course of the game. I had like, what, 200 stockpiled in my village? I can't imagine ever playing any strategy where I would actually want to harvest amber. It's just so plentiful. But anyway, looking at all of that, because I have gone full wood before, stone seems very limited in value. The main thing for stone is construction, making buildings. And I've basically done all of that I'm going to want to do, which means that the Moonstone is actually kind of useless at this point. I've gotten to a point where we can make weapons and stuff out of it. Swords, I mean. But if I want to go with the combat route, I need metal or wood in order to make better armor. And the other option would be jewelry, which would be how I would get non-combat bonuses, but stone wasn't even listed here. And this is mostly going to be... I mean, you're going to want gems for this. So I'm actually not that happy with the Moonstone. I mean, it is the hardest resource in the game to get to in terms of research points, so it should have been a hint that this was not the first one you should go for, maybe. So I don't know where to go from here. I'm thinking maybe metal? Well... Okay, I think at this point what we do is we unlock everything so that we can look around. So it'll be Elven Wood next so that we can see both of the other wood sources. And if there's something nearby, we'll grab it. If there isn't, then bone, I guess? Monster bone? Or silver? We really should do the gems at some point, but at this point I'm kind of giving up on it. Since I've invested so much into weaponry type stuff already, I've basically switched over from a research, from a social focus to a combat focus at this point. Okay, point. Elvenwood. Where... Oh, we found 4 sources. Okay, that's... Oh, right, because... Well, we would have seen this already. 1, 2, 3... That's from Dryadwood. That's pretty close, yeah. 4. Oh, that's quite far away. Okay. But now, if I do resources, is there anything nearby? Probably not, because the other woods, like, they will show up now, but they're pretty rare, and they're usually pretty far away. Okay, I've got some dryad wood over here. Some dryad wood over here. Undead runes, we could go deal with that, I suppose. This is going to be a tier 4 dungeon. No, not seeing a whole lot. I got that goblin village we can go deal with at some point. We didn't really explore out this way that much, mostly because it's... Oh, some silver out this way. Okay. Yeah, mostly because it's pretty far away. I mean, I could just scout that as well. Yeah, wicker, of course, but that's old. Don't need that at this point. Oh, here's some ancient wood. Okay. I mean, what I was really hoping for was something, you know, within 2 tiles of my village, but that would be ridiculously lucky. Okay, so here we got some ancient wood. We can get here lots of food and meat and wood, or here we can get some seaweed for some more variety. Straw, whatever, we don't need straw. So, ancient wood is an option. That's reasonably close. Alright. I believe, yeah, Villager's Idol, that's only going to be in the expedition. Mushrooms, okay. Basic food items confirmed. But as far as crafting goes, I mean, I know I checked this already in this part, but yeah, everybody's doing different things. They're all making food. So until the barracks is done, which is what? 5 people, yeah. When the barracks is done, that's when I think we can actually go out. Okay, some more research. More moonstone, slowly. Some herbs from the well, whatever. Oh right, the other thing I could check. We've got 2 of these. We'll have 3 when the barracks is done. We only need 2 more encounters here. I mean, we basically... Population and research, these are slowly going to happen over time, especially with all that plus human. And the crafting is making progress. So yeah, the advancement victory, we're actually going to get that without too much difficulty, I think. 2 more items, as well as some meat. Fruit. Now this well is just kind of whatever. 30. Some iron. Okay. That is the other advantage to unlocking the rarer resources, is that we can maybe get lucky with the well. We could theoretically be getting elven wood now. Or quartz, that's cool too. Okay, it should be next turn. Or quartz, okay. Good. And now... check, okay. Cane. Eh. Oh. Oh, we finished, we finished a whole bunch of our crafting, too. Okay, so this is mostly so that I can see who I have available for various things. I think our top 3 craftsmen are going to stay here. This one, again, up it, use up those resources, right? We're not doing swords anymore, but that's fine. And I'll keep them busy for a while. Just keep pumping out that research for us. Alright, I found a use for common leather. I use a lot of my spider silk, but that's okay. We should have one of our other guys probably doing food, but getting this meat processed. But for now, interestingly, this is an option when it doesn't even show up here. Alright, so everybody who's not actually in a group. You're the one who's cursed. I mean, we could just go and deal with that. Okay, so that's going to be you on craftsman duty then. Okay. So who else can come along for the adventure? Where are we even going? I guess we'll take 3 warriors. In fact, all 3 of our warriors. Your gear is okay. And our medic. The wolf was an alright fighter. I recall. Those 2 are both pretty good. Do some more talking abilities. Okay. Yeah, because these animals are pretty useless, so I'll just have them slowly processing food. I think that's the better option here. We do have another hunter, actually. And we could go... might as well. Okay. Good, so they'll stay behind. Create expedition, that's fine. Alright, you guys get 10 wood. Let's go down to the food. $35 days worth of food. I've got some pierogies as well. 40 days worth of food. I think that's fine. You'll gather some stuff as you go as well. Oh, did we go through all of our gold? Yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay, well, I think that's a solid expedition there. Let's go back to crafting and get you on the slingshots here. And then as for this stuff, well, the animals can go into the kitchen. No food save violations here. Just get the rat working on things. Okay. This is actually our biggest group. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go see the deity. We're probably going to have to give them a bunch of food in order to get the curse lifted. But let's just go deal with that. Camp, I guess. Oh, there's nothing to gather here. Oh, we had no movement anyway. Nowhere meaningful we could move to, I should say. More moonstone. I'm still gathering it. I guess the moonstone will be good for research at the very least. So spider silk. Well, I mean the well's better than not having it. I know I say that, but it's minimally better than not having it.
You went to the ruins of an old town, although you only know this because the deity told you so, as there are only stones covered in moss and plant life. But you do see a group of old men, huddled together over a large oaken table. The deity do not turn to you, but one speaks. Grandchildren have come. Our help they seek, but are they too weak? Another speaks up. They come for aid, but rules have to be laid. We take our food that will change our mood. A wicker basket appears before you, and you know these forefathers will not speak to you more unless you feed them.
Right, so can you take away our curses?
You seek our aid
aid and guidance you shall receive, for each dark curse has its own flavor, and so the relief lies in different realms. You will face a challenge, our child, and if you pass, you shall be cleansed.
Alright.
If your body has been wounded by a dark force and will not heal, cursed you are, and you must speak to the spirits of healing to lift this taint.
So we have done this
If
before,
your flesh is
so
weakened,
we'll just skip at this point. I could probably auto-resolve this. It's tier 2. I've got
you have proven yourselves to be
several
worthy of free.
people in
We
there.
take the curses away from your souls. Return if you need aid once more.
Alright, so we got 2 experience out of that. Lost probably 5 days worth of food approximately. Holy Hog Hunt. Let's start cleaning up some of these other places. Goblin Village is kind of out of the way at this point since we started going this way. So sure, we'll do this. This is never going to happen. I mean, Giant's Return, I could go there. Is there anything that says about it? I'm afraid to check that, honestly. Because I don't know what's going to happen, but I guess I should push it and see so I can see. I could pick up some wood, I don't really care. So close! Straw. Eh. Okay, well, we can make it all the way there. I was here... first of all, what gathering do I have? 9, 4... The warriors aren't going to have a whole lot. 1, 6, 4... Yeah, I basically have no gatherers in this party, so... let's just... Scholars at the university... What? You come to a place where the bandits have camped, and you even find the hoofprints of the Holy Hog. Alas, the trail grows cold from here. The scholars at the university may help. Go to them. Just as you're about to make your way to the university town, a crow lands with a letter. Dear fellow scholars, or students at least, we were rudely assaulted by a motley crew of strangely adorned dwarvenkin. They were carrying symbols of an unknown deity from the domain of death. Fascinating. Well, they don't worship Morena, do they? That would be awkward. They assaulted our library, which we found most peculiar. They took a scroll that told of old dwarven myths about something called the Birthstone. Our crows followed these ruffians, so if you wish to investigate, I've attached a map. Sincerely yours, the Chronicler. Take the map and go and find these bandits. Well, that gets us our research point. But... yes... Oh, we didn't get... Okay, it did show up here. It's just being silly. Okay, so is there any reason to go out this way then? Here's the city ruins. I don't even know what quest that is. It's not showing up in my quest log. I guess not. So yeah, we can unlock Dryad Wood. I'm not going to. At this point I'm going to go Ancient Wood because Dryad Wood wasn't particularly close. Bone? Silver is really far away. Being able to see Mithril, it's a lot of research. I'm torn between going for bone or saving for silver. I think I'll save for silver. Oh, we got attacked. It's fine. Oh, it's just 3 skeletons. Oh well, it'll be fast enough. Counter offense. Counterattack. Really, is the wolf the only thing that has any perception? I mean, it was good enough, but barely. Alright, and then we'll just confuse you. And then we'll hit really hard with a bunch of people, and that'll be the end of it. Okay. No problem. Garbage. Oh. That's... Well, I mean, it's okay. It was more than I was expecting. I'll say that. Now, how much more moonstone do we want? We've already got 50 in the village. Like, honestly, our gathering party should be gathering a different type of resource at this point. So... No. Keep going. This isn't a gathering party, this is an adventuring party. How much? Scholars Village. 800 food. I mean, you guys have basically that amount. We could do that, honestly. We probably should, given that that was our victory bonus. You come to the bandit hideout, where you find clear signs of a struggle. A group of bearded dwarves stands over some bandit bodies. The bodies were clad in black robes, and now you see that they were mostly dwarves as well. But beardless. The bearded dwarves haven't spotted you yet. You beat us to it? I don't want to attack the presumably good dwarves. Did you beat us to it? Did you kill them all? Eh, what now? You have come here seeking answers and found those foul servants of some human god instead. You could say they stole from us too. Seeing as neither of us is satisfied here, perhaps we can join forces? Alright, let's talk about it. Good, good. I am Berthod, a rune master from the city of, well, that's unimportant, from our capital. We have come to the surface in dire need, and these fallen brethren of ours seem to be in our way, and perhaps in yours. They stole from us, that's all. The capital from underground, you mean? We'll ask about it. Aye, the capital. Deep in the core of the earth, and none of your concern, surfacer. Now, we must talk of these here cultist scum. They're not your mates, eh? Certainly not, they stole from us. Stole, you say? And will you share with us what they took? In this case, they're asking what? Share as in tell us what, not share. We're not sharing the holy hog. They were going to sacrifice it, weren't they? A relic of the human gods? Why would they need that? Troubling is what it is. I fear these cultists may have vile intentions towards your porky friend. Fine then, let's work together. Good. Now we need to follow our own path, but we can offer our help if you like. We have news of where their next hideout may be, but we cannot go ourselves. Alright then, we will go to this hideout. Aye, I knew you smart laddies and lasses and whatnot. When I saw ya, one of my brothers will join ya and give ye aid. Farewell, and may we meet in victory. Okay, do we just get a free dwarf? That's pretty nice. Farewell, and thank you for the help. I just got a free dwarf. And some nice experience on that as well. Okay, I mean, your bow is trash. Your weapon is mediocre. You'll keep it for now. Okay, excellent warriors and magnificent smiths. There's a strength score. Oh, there is definitely a strength score. What's your crafting? You don't have any crafting. Disappointing. Not that we really need a new crafter, but... Oh, that's fine. Alright, where is this thing? Is it not? It's not going to show up in the... Okay, it's up there. It's not going to show up in the map, is it? Holy Hog Hunt. Well, in that case, before we go there, we might as well go back here and get some equipment sorted out. A better bow, for instance. Also, that's a lot of bird meat. I mean, we could just grab 600 bird meat and come here. We'll have, in addition to all the prepared meals. We'll be fine. It's the wood. It's the bigger issue, right? How much wood do they need? 600. Alright, 800 food, 600 wood. Yeah. No, I mean, we could do... 600 dark wood. It would be so wasteful. Alright, well. Yeah, we'll just grab a bunch of food from every type. Even some of this. I don't know why I'm leaving a little bit of everything in the village, just in case I want to stack how much food they have, I guess. Speaking of how much food you have less than 800, but this. Here, we'll do it that way. Yeah, so you almost have 800 just in the raw meat at this point. So yeah, we can do that. We will, Wilbur the fighter, so we'll keep him. But I needed to muck around with his equipment a little bit. He's got that, blunt damage. If I take that off... Yeah, it looks like he needs that in order to do blunt damage. 9 and 3. Get him a better weapon. Just straight up 15. Honestly, I feel like that's better. I don't want the poison necessarily. It's not that big a deal. 15. Wait, do you have any gear at all? No. Okay. You can carry everything, but yeah, up to 42 damage with blunt. It's okay. Inventory. We need all of the armors. Moonstone. All of the armors. Well, I guess that's the best we've got. A leather jerkin. We're out of metal armor. Yeah, we really need to unlock better armor. But we need to unlock better materials so that we can make it. I mean, we have a decent amount. Honestly, I could actually just unlock the heavy armor first and then unlock the metals after for making some mithril armor. But we'll see. You get one of these. You get this armor, sure. That's really all we have. We actually don't have a lot of extra gear at this point. I know I've been scrapping a lot of it. Alright, well, that's half decent, I guess. With that +2 dexterity, you have a grand total of 3. Truly fulfilling all the dwarven stereotypes, minus the crafting bonus. Okay, I think that's enough, honestly. You guys... Well, what else am I gonna get, though? What else will I harvest? Elvenwood? What am I gonna do with that? No, that's the best thing to harvest. I don't have any... Oh, you guys are almost encumbered, though. Yeah, okay, fine. This is probably more moonstone than we need, honestly. We should actually just explore up here, too, before we come back. How are you guys as a party? You're decently good at fighting? Not really. Oh, you're my magic party, right? Oh, we got some decent fighters with all the orcs here. I know you're primarily a gathering party. Well, let's...
You are set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves. Their faces are scarred, as if they cut off their beards with their axes, which they probably did. Their clothes are worn, and their eyes hungry. Only their weapons remain in perfect condition.
We'll just attack them. Not the best party for this kind of thing, but... Oh, that was a big spear. Most unfortunate. Okay, counter tactic. We're just gonna knock one of these out. We do also have a decent confuse. I guess we'll use, because that's a lot of damage. Alright, so you're gonna take a really big hit here, unless we can do like 50 damage to you before. Can we do 50 damage before? Oh, easily. Just put the Orc Fighter up front. Orc Fighter, support, first action. And that'll give us enough. Okay. So we'll just do that. Support. Those crossbows coming in handy. So you're dead. You're actually dead, just straight up. You're dead, and you're probably dead here too. So you don't have to do anything else? I guess. Whatever, we'll just play people. No, not quite.
You have defeated the Dwarven bandits. You realize a few of them have somehow broken their weapons in a last act of dying, but perhaps some can be salvaged.
Oh, more mithril. Nice. Okay, we didn't forget about you. Holy Hog Hunt. Let's go. Some veggies. Vegetables are good. Mostly I'm just wanting to explore the land here in case there happens to be a good resource. There does not. Tier 2 spider though, we can definitely get that. Over here, let's just get some fish, some mushrooms, and some wood. Cannot move. Might as well camp. Okay, grab some seaweed. Oh, everybody's doing stuff. Okay. Elvenwood. Okay. That's a decent find. Acceptable.
As you travel along the plains, you feel the air growing colder. Frost appears on plants, and you can see your breath. You see a small group of hooded travelers approaching.
Alright, get our weapons ready and wait.
Comes closer and stops. One of the hooded figures steps up, but you see a young girl standing proudly behind him. You hear her speak.
Who are these peasants? Why do they stand in my way? Make them disappear now.
The girl turns and walks off a few meters, as if waiting her command to be carried out. The hooded man lets out a long sigh and speaks to you.
Her Majesty, Princess Susanna, wishes you to clear the way.
He then whispers,
Better just go before she takes any real notice of you.
Princess of what exactly? Are you insane? There hasn't been a kingdom in these parts for a
The
century.
hooded man winces, or at least it feels as if he did. But clearly the girl was not listening to you, so he continues speaking in a low voice.
Listen, you seem like good folks. You remind me of times before the darkness and before our fate. But you must understand, she is mad, always has been, infernal child, doomed for eternity for her pride and cruelty.
Before the darkness? How old are you people? And how have you survived out here?
Her Royal Highness Susanna really was a princess and an only precious child to our royals. Such
Her
she
Royal
was
Highness,
spoiled.
nice.
But worse yet, people say she's been a changeling from the start. Learned men and wizards from all over came to test the child, and they all felt that her little heart was naught but an icy hole. But our royal couple refused to listen, believed that true love will cure her and make her human in the end. For a time it seemed like it was true, but then Susanna grew older, and with every passing year her cute tantrums became more cruel and intentional. She had servants whipped for looking at her wrong, page boys locked in birdhouses so they could grow wings for her amusement. You get the picture.
Yeah, a rich spoiled brat with terrible parents.
True enough, she was a brat and her parents allowed it, because they thought they must give her only love, no discipline. In truth, perhaps this was the tragedy of the prophecies. The royals were so scared of their changeling child, and they made her the way she was.
So how did you end up living hundreds of years with her?
As I said, as a child, Susanna was spoilt and unruly, and as she grew, this turned to cruelty beyond mere folly.
It was when she tortured and killed her nanny for failing to braid her hair right. All knew the child was evil. Yet her parents wanted to prove their love could conquer all. They ordered princes to come from all around, in hopes of their daughter finding true love. All she found were more victims. She played with 2 brothers, both smitten with her beauty. She asked them to bring her a fabled set of royal pearls residing in a mythical icy tower. When they failed, she drowned one of them. The other brother, a skilled wizard, thus cursed the princess, never to find peace or forgiveness for her cruelty. She had changed him into a black swan, then killed and served him for supper. On the dinner table, the swan spoke. Your kingdom will crumble, your power diminish, your heart remain ice forever. And you will seek your cursed pearls for eternity and never find them. All who sat at the table with the princess, her royal guards sworn never to leave her side, were cursed that night and turned to unliving wraiths.
Damn, and the king and queen still did nothing?
The royal couple had a miracle child that year, and the princess, now cursed, could no longer be heir to the throne. She was banished, and so were we. But the little wretch grew even madder than before. Her desire for the blasted royal pearls and the icy tower became an absolute obsession. She started saying great power awaits her in the tower, and that she will rule a kingdom once more. Bound to her for eternity, we have served her thusly, seeking the tower and its treasure to no avail.
Since you're wraiths now. Well, that is crap for you, I'll give you that.
The guard was about to answer, but Susanna cut him off.
I am bored now. I have graciously indulged your wagging tongue, servant, as it amuses me to allow you to think yourself knowledgeable, but my patience is growing thin. Luck has it that I am in need of peasants, and since you are stubborn enough to deny my rite of passage, perhaps you will be of use.
Oh, and pray tell us, what can we do for you, princess?
I detect a note of defiance in your voice, and I detest defiant peasants.
She stomps her feet and frowns.
You will do as I ask. Foolish simpletons, I am offering you wealth and power.
What, with your made-up tower and pearls?
Think what you will, but since my birth I have heard the calling of the tower, and I am finally close. Mere days away from my tower, but I may need the assistance of mortals to achieve my task. Do what you will. Here is a map. Come join me in the icy tower and gain wealth beyond measure. Or don't, and stay, peasants. It matters not to me. We are going now.
She gestures to her guards, and they start moving away.
All right. Oh. How convenient. Well, I guess we know what the other expedition's doing. In the meantime, let's figure out what's going on with our holy hog. This was very much a combat-focused group, so we know how this is going to go. You approach the camp and you see many figures clad in long brown robes with faces painted in macabre symbols of skulls, demons, and wraiths. They seem to be getting ready to leave. You spot a tent that seems like the command center. Any information you seek may be in there. There are no signs of the hog. Well, fighting them might mean that we won't be able to recover the hog at some point, but I still feel better about it than trying to sneak, so we'll do it this way. Ooh, a ghost. I wonder what those stats are going to be like. Bound spirit. Cultists. This could be bad, but it's only a tier 3, so probably not too bad. Well, dwarf cultists are pretty bad, as I recall. Yeah. Really? Tier 3? With 4 of these? Alright, well. Yeah, the bound spirits aren't too bad. Still gonna pick off some of them. Yeah, they hit pretty hard. Is a 4 going to be good enough? I think the wolf is the least valuable. Okay, the ghost's not actually that strong. The rest of these are going to be used for fighting, though. So think about the cultists. Well, okay, one issue that we're going to have here is that both of these are going to hit whoever we put down first, which I guess is going to have to be you, because you're the sturdiest. But we're being hit for a lot of damage. This is what, 80? Math. 84, 7 plus an extra 2 on the poison is 89 damage. I mean, you can take that. We give you the plus 30 from 2 shields. Not going to be great, but that's why we've got a medic in this party. Oh, you're just a skeleton. It's fine. Not ideal, though. Because you have a chance of attacking this way, which could kill our fighter here. Well, we have to go double shield. I mean, the other option is we could confuse you, but if we only do a single shield, I think you die. And you, we want to use, well... And then we're gonna have these to deal with as well. Like, this is terrible all around. Yeah. Okay, another cultist. Fortunately, you don't have a lot of health. Alright, 53. We have 53 damage to you. $44. Well, the issue is we want you to play this so that we can calculate things out properly. Okay, Bound Spirit with 24 life. Well, that's easily dealt with. So we're gonna hit you for 25. Yes. 53. Well, 45 plus 12 will do it. It was just at 9, though. 53, and I know I have the plus 18. Honestly, I should probably just do you and plus 18 on you. And that way, the follow-through will damage this or this, depending on which way you attack. And then we can put a small person here just to finish off the skeleton, in case you happen to attack that way. I think that's the plan. I want you to attack that way, but you're probably going to attack this way, because that's what I don't want. Okay, so 53. If we do 47... 47 plus 18, 57... 65... And you're 53, so it's 12 extra. Yep, okay. Now we're putting support on the club because this way we're most likely to have follow-through be useful. So we'll do that. So at this point we're guaranteed that the skeleton is dead, and if we're lucky, you've hit this way for 40. If we're unlucky, we've hit this way for 12. I still need to do 80, which honestly is just everybody. So seriously, this is a 3-skull encounter? This is surprisingly not that. Oh well. Well, I guess we'll do you first, on the off chance that the 40 went the way we want it to. Because then... then we might get the 25 going across. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. The fighter is so dead. Oh. Or our harvester. That's the other possibility here, I suppose. Not good. And our dwarf. That was pretty bad. Alright, at this point I think we actually just want to play the heavy hitters first. Do that, and that. They didn't go with the spear first for the extra piercing. It's surprising. Yeah, at this point, because you're going to be another cultist, so we'll just play stuff. That's fine. No, you're not. Yeah, 3 people who are probably going to die. You beat the cultists and question the survivors. It proves an almost impossible task, as their devotion is endless. Finally, one does speak. We were thrown out as rubbish by our own kin and your kind. You're not worthy of our hammers. You're merely worms. Your false gods with soft minds pay no heed to our call. But he heard us and gave us our honor back. Mediocre. A hammer that makes you pretty? Okay. I'm not sure what to do about the hammers, so I'll keep them for now. What are you talking about? We envied your gods' graces. We wept for our old homes. We were lost. But he, who is death and life, found us and led us to revenge. The earth itself served our purpose as we robbed you all, and now it is too late. You are all doomed, and our lord will rule once more. The cultist swallows something and falls dead at your feet. Ah, damn crazy bastards. Search for the hog. You don't find the hog, but you discover tracks to a nearby cave where you think the final hideout may lie. This thing's still alive? Okay, camp. Nothing to gather, that's fine. Probably gonna die. Okay, we got one, we're waiting on that. Not ideal. You guys, decamp, spider, hunting, that's fine. Auto, no issues. Okay, +1 backstab. No. Well, we'll do this now, I guess.
You fall through the ground into a dark and stale tunnel.
Or not.
You managed to make your way up again, and you've even found some useful minerals while doing it.
Eh.
You follow the map given to you by the Princess Susanna. It seems at least the tower itself is no myth, as you stand before an endlessly tall structure made of pure ice that defies any laws of nature.
Go in.
The tower stands ajar, and so you enter without any trouble. Inside, you see a stairwell that seems to go on forever. As you step on it, you feel the chill of the ice going through your bodies. The walk is long and monotonous, but finally, you arrive at the top of the tower, and you stand among the clouds.
Alright, let's look for the
You
princess.
take a few steps forwards, and you see the princess sitting royally on an icy throne, her body frozen still and only her eyes moving. You hear her voice in your heads, angry, changed, more malevolent and inhuman than before.
So you have come. Will you gloat at my defeat, or will you take part in my glory and claim great treasures for your people?
You're not exactly in a position to offer us stuff, are you?
This tower has always been a trap, waiting for me to arrive. He designed it so.
Only now you notice a large black swan sitting on a ledge up above the throne, frozen just as the princess. She continues.
But it was not a lie. You see the pearls I wear on my neck? They bring great power, but they also unlock a secret chamber, one filled with treasures.
And we're supposed to take your word for it.
In short, yes. You can either take a chance and show you're more than a scared peasant, or you can walk away safely like the cowards I thought you to be when we first met.
Someone should have taught you about diplomacy, you royal pain in the arse. So what's your plan? How do we get our
You
treasures?
see a wraith, one of the royal guards, appear before you. No, please don't do it. It took us so long to get here. Finally she is trapped. Finally she can do no more evil. If you help her, her power will be unleashed once more.
What?
She is evil. Whether from birth or by her parents' neglect or a curse, who knows and who cares? She is what she is. But she is still of noble blood, and we have sworn to keep her safe. This was always the plan, to get her here. Only the darkness came and made it hard for us to find it. Just leave this place, please.
I'm not going to extort the guards. I'm gonna play the good guy in this one. Well, she does seem like a royal pain, that's for sure. I guess we better just go.
The princess's voice screeches in your head.
Shut up. Listen to me now. Strike down the black swan's head and burn it in a fire. This will release me. I will then open the vault for you.
Get out of our heads, princess. We're leaving you to your fate. Perhaps you'll learn something sitting on your icy throne.
You leave the tower behind you, and you see a thick mist devour it in its white milky veil. You walk a few steps more and find a small bundle on the ground with a black swan's feather on it. Inside there are some precious gems, but also a book containing the story of the Ice Mountain and its small kingdom. From it, your people learn many useful skills.
Always the rat. The rat's gonna stop being useless one of these days. Alright, so we got some gems. Got some nice experience out of that. Alright, well that was a fast turnover on that particular quest. Now, it's been really long. I could just leave it there. I don't like leaving it on a cliffhanger. I want to know who dies.
Wounds don't always have a chance to heal, and so death can claim its prize.
Alright. So the dwarf survived? Dwarf is still at risk of death, though. Alright, we should have some better equipment now. Right, we lost a craftsman, that's right. It's not much better, honestly. A lot of strength this time. Nuts. Alright. If you want to go this way, let's go. Gather, I was. Oh, 20. Nice. Yeah, you're definitely. Maybe you've always been at 20 and I just haven't noticed, but that's impressive. Grab the elven wood for sure. You guys. I really don't want the dwarf to die, but so we're gonna rest. But I don't think there's any bonus to resting. 7. Okay, we're not going to move 7. We're going to move 5. Make sure we have a movement point left, and we're going to camp again. And we're going to gather up some wood, because... that's what we have. Please don't die. Still at risk of death. Okay, but chance of dying is much less. I am gonna keep playing this out until... there's a look again. Until we're no longer at risk of dying. And I could go here for 4, but I'll do that just to explore the water a little bit more. Not that... well, we got to see some seaweed, I guess. Break camp. Let's explore this a little bit. Oh, just more wood. Easy, easy.
The whole land is shaken with tremors. The tremors and wild groans eventually stop.
Okay.
Today was a good harvest day, and some of the village folk even managed to brew some samagon, a strong spirit, not for the weak-hearted.
This is where we get poisoned, right?
The samagon kicks in like a speeding troll ramming itself into your head. You collapse into your beds in hopes of sleeping it off. At night, a nasty little demon, Gnichia, is attracted by your libations. The creature rests on top of your chests, squeezing the air out and meddling with your minds, trying to take your willpower to feed itself. It is making your heads hurt and your guts turn and twist.
How to defend yourself from a cure sickness, with offense being will. I think this isn't going to be an issue at all, honestly. But I'm not entirely sure, because I know this is where all our animals are, so... Oh. Okay, counter offense. Counter tactic. No, I think we're good. Okay, no problem.
You fought off the nasty Gnichia, and although you feel sick the next morning, it is nothing more than the usual hangover. The whole village actually feels healthier after you defeated the demon, and you discover its body has turned into precious stones. The fight with the demon left some of you feeling stronger in your willpower.
Okay. Nice. Anyway, I think that's where we're going to call it for today. So we know the aftermath of the cultist encounter, unfortunately. I guess I actually never found where the new hog location is. But, yeah, anyway, that's going to be it for now. And I guess we'll figure all of that out in the next part. I will see you then.